This is the unboxing of the Fossil Gen 6 smartwatch. What attracted me to this watch was the battery life, and it claims that it has integration into Google Wear OS as well as Google Pay integration. Plus the charging on this watch should charge to 80% in 30 minutes. Let's get into the specs of the watch. The processor is a Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear 4100 Plus. Memory is 1 GB RAM. Storage is 8 GB of storage. Display is 1.2 inch color AMOLED 416 by 416, 326 pixels per inch. That's a lot. Short version 1.28 inch color AMOLED display. Input has 2 additional push buttons configurable for rotating home, touchscreen, voice, sound actuator, loudspeaker, microphone, and vibration. Connectivity is Bluetooth 5.0 LE, GPS, NFC SE, as well as Wi-Fi. Accelerometer, altimeter, ambient light, compass, gyroscope, off-body IR, PPG, heart rate, as well as SpO2, which I think is your blood oxygen level. Battery is 24 hours plus multi-day extended mode. Water resistance is 3 ATM, which is 30 meters, which doesn't mean much to most people, but basically you can swim with this watch. I would not take it deep diving if you go deep diving. Case is 45 millimeters stainless steel with a silicone band. I'm not a fan of the silicone bands, but they all seem to be coming with silicone bands. I get a skin reaction usually to the silicone bands. I probably will change out this band. Let's take a look at it. Let's actually unbox this unit. I have my smartphone with me just in case I want to hook it up to the smartphone, and this is the Fossil watch. This is the packaging. Comes in very nice packaging, very simple. Some notices that are really not that important. Obviously some labels, Wear OS by Google, and the other side of the box. So let's open it up. All right. I don't care much for the packaging anyway, but let's take this out. Knife. All right, so let's cut this open without cutting my fingers. Is this one of those that go this way? I hate this packaging already. Wow, that is really cut in there. There we go. Okay. So let's take a look. Already getting plastic on me. All right. So it's got a sticker on the faceplate here that's just kind of showing you what the watch is all about. Let's get this out. Ooh. Wow. All right. So the rest of it, nothing in there. All right, comes with a little manual, a little quick start guide. Charge and power on, download and pair. Blood oxygen, I guess, goes by how tight you have it on your wrist, so it'll give you a little warning that you should not be wearing a watch really, really tight. Let's take a look at what it came with. It came with a charging cable. So let's see the charging cable, a little plastic garbage in there. Okay, it looks like a regular little wireless charging pad, except there's these little pins. There's little pins here. Not sure if this is magnetic. We'll see if this is magnetic. Let's go back. Let's get the watch off this thing. Yeah, looks like you just undo this. Yeah, it's got a silicone band. I'm not a very big fan of these silicone bands. I'm hoping this one's better. I had a Fitbit watch a long time ago, and I was not very happy with the silicone band on it. These are interchangeable. There's a little slider here that allows you to take the band off. I'm not going to take this off. We'll just deal with this for now because I don't know what I want for a band. It's just a sticker that kind of tells you what's going on with the watch, and a sticker on the back covering the sensor. It's not even on. All right, let's see if it turns on. Oh, okay, so the back here, this is how this works. Okay, I was trying to figure this out. These little pins have to come in contact with these little metal areas here, and it seems like it is magnetic, so it doesn't really matter which way this goes on, it should still charge. All right, that's not too bad. At least they're not exact pins that have to line up. So you can go 360 degrees with almost no problem with charging. Let's charge this. I have a small Anchor battery here. I can use to charge. It's a little portable one. Okay, nice. A little vibrate. I don't know if you can see this. It says Fossil. Wow, that screen is horrible. Let's take the power up. There you go. Fossil. Wear OS by Google. Nice. Little animation. Hoping that this is just a startup and it's not actually going to take this long every time. But tap to begin. Oh shit, I just left the wrong thing. No! Okay, if you by accidentally select the wrong language, you just swipe back. I'm gonna hit English United States. On your phone, download and open Fossil Smartwatches app. Okay. Okay, so the one that I've got is the touch screen. Do we have to agree to terms of service? All right, the usage and diagnostic reports, I prefer not to send those. Okay, they want to access location data. It's probably the only way that's going to work. Allow Fossil watches to connect to and determine relative position, yes. Okay, now just found my watch, which is the Gen 6. That's this one here. So we're pairing your watch. Just double check the pairing code. Allow access to your contacts and call history, yes. Pair. We're connecting your watch. Continue on phone. Okay. Copy Google accounts to your watch. Download apps. Get the most out of your watch by copying your account. Okay. Sure. Steal my info. Signing in. This could take a minute. It probably will. Set up your lock screen. Do you want a pin or a gesture? I'm going to do pin. All right. Watch update available. Maybe it's just doing the update right now. Yeah. It looks like it's going to update from here. I don't know why it said I had to connect the Wi-Fi. Maybe I guess if you're not using Bluetooth on the phone already. So while it's charging, you really can't be using the device. If it moves a little too much, it disconnects and starts you over. Settings, system. Oh my lord, where's system? System updates. Downloading update. All right, during that, maybe I might want to connect the battery back. Yeah, you need an account. That's pretty much the answer to that. That just keeps doing that. I don't know what's with this charging. Like I move a little bit of this thing and it starts making a lot of noise. I don't know if it's just because it's the first time charging. All right, well, let's check a watch faces since we're here. My face right now is on the most current default boringness. Let's find something more exciting. Fitness digital. Ooh, lots of choices. Lots of choices. There's a lot of analog choices. I'm not a very big fan of analog watches. Let me see what we got on here. This one, the default is kind of nice, actually. I'll be honest. I kind of like the default. I'm pretty much dead. It says, you know, blood oxygen is 0%. Okay, we're at a quarter way. You know, it just seems like this is the kind of thing where it updates and you just don't really pay attention till it's finished. Just let it go. I'm going to try this watch out for a few weeks and see how it goes. Let's see how the readings are, if they're correct or not. The more advanced ones that are going to, you know, the more advanced health data is going to require a little more time than just putting it on my, putting it on my wrist for the first few minutes. So yeah, this is going to probably take a few weeks to actually test. After a few weeks of using the Fossil Gen 6 smartwatch, the watch is being returned. The charging mechanism is no longer charging and causing more aggravation than it's worth. Also, the speed of the watch is horrible. The scrolling of the watch between screens is slow. Google Pay did work on the watch, but the scrolling to switch between credit cards when you're sitting there trying to pay for your item at the cashier is very slow, and it was just easier to just grab my phone and switch between the cards that I need to switch to. Sleep tracking on this watch was horrible. I tried it for a few nights and the watch band was uncomfortable to wear because it's silicone and for the evening hours, but it also tracked incorrectly. I woke up a few times during the night and it never recorded me being awake. It just showed me sleeping for that time, which I wasn't. The chart does show that my heart rate does drop down for when I'm asleep, but it doesn't detect that I'm sleeping for a very long time. In other words, during the middle of the night when I got up or interrupted my sleep, it didn't show a peak on the graph to show that I was awake at that time. The step tracking was also incorrect. I had a secondary pedometer in my pocket, which was in line with my leg. The number of steps were very far off from each other. The watch showed more steps because I had the watch on my right hand, which I use for the mouse. So when I moved the mouse around, it counted steps when I wasn't standing or stepping. We will have other watch reviews coming up. This watch I can't recommend unless there are some major changes. The charging mechanism really was the clincher that basically sent it back. It really wasn't charging correctly at all. When I put it on the charger, it would bling saying that it is charging, and then all of a sudden about 5 to 10 minutes later, it would say that it's no longer charging. The mechanism that they're using are these two little prongs that basically connect to the back part of the watch with a little metal connection, and those prongs are as conductive as they should be. The watch is going back. We will have other watches coming up, so stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.